All right, so there's a few other little LiveCount things still going to just touch on. These are just kind of setting up LiveCount and just a little bit more information. Last video was basically going through favorites and setting up your global favorites just to get everybody on the same page and working in the same direction. I'm going to go back to Trimble. I'm going to open up LiveCount Pro 5. You can right click on this thing and either pin it to your start bar, or you could probably make a well, I've got mine pinned. You could probably make a shortcut one way or another. I'm not super familiar with Windows 10 yet. Anyways, just going to open up LiveCount Pro. It opens to the last project I was in, which was this Global Favorites, which is where the last video left off. There's a few little specifics inside of the inner workings of LiveCount I want to talk about for just a second. I'm going to hit the little button. It's kind of like a start button for LiveCount. We'll go to Administration and User Preferences. There's two different things that different estimators do. One thing that we'll do and one thing to change is this new projects folder. You can save yourself about a half a second if you just go ahead and change that to, so it's going to be X Drive, and then this year's 2020, so might as well just say 2020. Okay, and that just changed it. It literally saved you half a second per job, but every second matters. Then I'm going to go to points. There's this use advanced point editing. Pretty much every estimator has this box checked. This allows you to move around individual points and delete individual points. And this hide other takeoff when editing points. You can either check it or not check it. I've got it unchecked right now. I may go back and check it. Basically what it is when you go through and start editing points for the specific measurement that you are editing, it will either hide every other measurement or it will leave it visible. To know that that is there and to know that you can mess with it is important. But go ahead and make sure that use advanced point editing is checked, because you will use that. And we'll be talking about that later. And then look, if your LiveCount didn't show up like this, it's probably because use ribbon bar was not checked. Different estimators, some people like ribbon bars, some people don't, some people use it, some people don't. That's totally up to you. And this automatically restart, all that does is when I hit OK, it's going to close the application and open it right back up. We'll go ahead and do that now just to make sure that you're oriented and everything. See, it's a lot more condensed, which when you're on a 4K screen, this pretty much, I've got mine to where it's set up pretty much all the way across the top, and I've just got one layer of it. But you can take these and move them around and make them float or stick them back, whatever you want to do. It's a little bit less intuitive than the ribbon bar, but it's also a lot more condensed. So it's whatever you want to do. To change it back, you notice there's not a little start button anymore. You go to Admin, User Preferences, and then it's in Look. So at Look, you can click Use Ribbon Bar and close again and open it back up. That's that. Just a few more inner workings. Thinking about that before we move on to setting up Enterprise. Just wanted to point that out. Anyways, that's all.